Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Nat and today we are doing such a wonderful and beautiful video because this is a breast cancer awareness video. This is a huge collaboration and it was originally created by Clara Barrera, and I was so flattered when she asked me if I wanted to join because she and I did a breast cancer awareness look last year as well. So we are calling this Pretty in Pink, and it is a multi-channel collaboration. I hope that you go and look at the other ladies' videos because I'm super excited to see what they come up with and to hear the stories, or just to actually sit and listen to those videos, because I'm always interested in why someone wants us to be aware of anything. We have a voice. What do you use it for? And I want to know why. So we are going to be using a new palette for me. This is from my girl Cat Blue here on YouTube, and I am definitely going to be using this color right here, Wisteria, and I may work in this Mother Dragon as well. And then we're also going to be using another palette that was gifted to me. This is the Profusion Infatuation palette that was given to me by Ali Natsuku, and so we're going to use that today. I have this Makeup Geek blush on right now. It's called XOXO, and this is probably the mirror that I'm going to be using. So just so you know, well, our eyes are already prepped and primed, so I'm just gonna go in with this big old fluffy brush into Wisteria. I don't know why I can never remember the name of that particular shadow. So oh my goodness, wow, I did not expect it to be so pigmented. So I guess this is gonna be a little brighter than I anticipated. I'm gonna have to blend this out really well. But I'm still really new to the whole Menagerie Cosmetics line. I just got this from Cat Blue, and this is really my second time using this particular shadow. And wow, the pigment is so pretty. So it is October, and while for ages October has been known as, Halloween, the month of Halloween, it has recently, in the past like decade or so, also become Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And one of my favorite things about Breast Cancer Awareness Month is that it is featured in so many different avenues. Like so many, you can find breast cancer awareness advertised in so many different arenas. And I say arenas specifically because the NFL, they go pretty big, in my opinion, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A lot of the players, you'll find them rocking a whole bunch of pink on the field, whether it's their cleats or their tape. Pamela, please stop. My cat's digging in a closet right there. So you'll catch the players wearing a whole bunch of pink, even more so. I know pink is pretty, regular, like, on regular attire, like for NFL players. But, they'll wear it on the field as well. And then sometimes they will wear it on the field, and then, I don't know, maybe a few other places. We're going to go into this really pretty hot pink right here called Jive. And we're going to use that just to kind of, Pamela, oh, I don't know why she's being so bad. All right, I made Pam go to the other room, and she might be back, but, that's fine. So I changed my mind. I went with the smudger brush into Jive, and I went on my lower lashes. And then with this brush, I went into Disco, and this was such a pretty color. I'm going to go right into, look at that beautiful pink, y'all. Can you see that? And I'm just going to follow the shape of my eye. And I love this color. I mean, it is so pretty. And I ultimately decided to do this color, because I wanted to keep the lid a little brighter. But look at how bright and pretty that is. Sorry, I was just caught really off guard by that. And it was a little powdery, but wow, it is just so pretty. It really is pretty in pink. So, okay, now that I have been nice and distracted. We're going to get back on topic. So this is for breast cancer awareness, y'all. And I am just a huge proponent for detection. Like, detection is going to be, I mean, catching it early and figuring out exactly what kind of breast cancer it is makes all the difference, y'all. Like, all the difference. And I really encourage people to do breast exams, self breast exams in the shower. I am going to go in with this right here, and we're going to go into our Makeup a Murder loose neon pigments. And so I have it in here, and I'm going to put this like right on my crease, and then we're going to cut it. So this is what we're going to be working out of, and I'm going to use this very sparingly, okay? Okay. So yeah, I really want to encourage people to do self breast exams. I'm gonna do a little flick right there at the end. I think that one of the best times to do a self breast exam is when you are in the shower. You're nice and soapy, and definitely make sure you put your arm above your head, you know, and you want to work from your actual armpit down and around. You're looking for something that is going to be small and hard, like a rock, you know. Now, a lot of women, we tend to have, you know, our breasts are lumpy. They are full of adipose tissue. You know, it's fat. And that's okay. I have personally, sorry, that took a quick turn, but personally, I have one area that kind of like I can almost grab it, and it almost feels like a Cheerio. And I don't know, I can feel it. But I have fairly well-sized breasts. And so my breast can be fibrous. You know, I mean, there's a lot of tissue in there. But I know my breast. So I know exactly where that little Cheerio is located. I know how big it is. I know what it feels like, and it hasn't changed in any way. And so I always really encourage people, get to know your body. You know, I cannot tell you how many people have had their breast cancer detected by themselves during a self breast exam, or even by their partners, you know, and their partner felt something and then told, you know, mentioned it. And, you know, then that led to a doctor's appointment, which led to a diagnosis, which led to a plan of treatment. And when you do all that stuff like early, it just makes a world of difference, y'all. And so I want to encourage you, if you don't do breast exams on the regular in the shower, I want you to, you know, challenge yourself to do them monthly for the rest of the year, you know, and then that way you can get to know your body. And, you know, it's just a great idea because, wow, early detection is just all the difference. And there are so many different strains. And I remember, I don't know if y'all remember when Angelina Jolie had her bilateral mastectomy, and they ended up reporting it. And at the time, I was like, I wonder why she would do that. And then it came out that I think her mother had breast cancer. And so she was at risk, you know, she was at high risk for it. So they did it as a preventative measure. And they have actual tests for people who are at high risk for breast cancer. And they will run those tests. And if your test results, I think today we're going to use our cut crease canvas. And this is in Halo. I think, let me just kind of pat this out a little bit, because these loose shadows tend to just disappear. So I'm going to take advantage of that right now, because, you know, I'm about to cut the crease. So I'm just going to kind of buff that out. Then I'm going to just kind of smudge it under my lower lash lines, because I know it's not going to be real bright, because these kind of float away, which is okay. well, not really okay, but I mean, which I know now and I'm willing to try and work with. So I'm just going to get my cut crease brush and we will go ahead and start with that. And then I like to work off my hand. So, and we probably will do the one eye and then I'll come back and, crazy animals, sorry y'all. So, here we go. Let us begin. And so they will run those tests on you, and if your levels are like within a certain range, your insurance will pay for everything, y'all, because it is preventative, you know? And I know that we get scared sometimes when we like go to the doctor's office, because sometimes you're like, oh man, it's like with hypertension. Patients with hypertension always say when they were undiagnosed with hypertension, they felt fine. But then when they got medication for hypertension, they felt horrible. The medicine not made it worse. The medicine helped it, but the medicine made them feel worse. And so I think sometimes we're like, we feel fine. You know, there's no reason for me to go to the doctor. There's no reason for me to do a mammogram or a colonoscopy or whatever the diagnostic test may be. What are we going to go in with? Let's go in with one of these. These are really nice. So let's see which one we're going to do. Let's go in with, oh, now we'll go in with Jive. I want to put a little bit of that down, and then we'll go in with, let's use that same brush with that fluorescent one on here, because this one is super fluorescent as well. But yeah, so they'll do, I know that those tests can be really scary and nerve-wracking, but man, you know, we have people that are depending on us. We have people that love and worry about us, and early detection is the key. I cannot stress that enough. And even though it is scary and nerve-wracking, you know, it's ultimately best to try and, you know, keep up with all your annual physical diagnostic testing, you know, because the body breaks down, and, you know, the more we can do for it, the sooner we find out. I mean, that is just, it really does just make a world of difference, particularly with breast cancer. Now, I personally, my family has never been affected by breast cancer. I think I am going to go in on top with this really pretty color right here. It's called Gravity. And I think that I am going to use this brush right here. Yeah, we'll use this brush. And so I've never been like personally affected by breast cancer. Now my family does have other cancers in it, but not breast. And I know that as long, I feel like I can remember one of the first cancers being spoken about as a little girl being breast cancer. And I can remember hearing about it. And that's when I was really young. And I'm almost 40, y'all. So that has been legitimately decades. Decades. And it is still just as deadly and ferocious as when I was young. We do have better treatment methods. We're going to go in with Mother Dragon now, just kind of right in on the side, on the outer V. And I'm just going to get a really small circle brush. And so we do have better treatment options now. I mean, the advances have just been so amazing. And despite that, the mortality survival rate for breast cancer is still so very high. And I say that because we have so much more work to do, you know? So I want to encourage you to be active in your own health, you know? I mean, and I know that we're not perfect. And personally, like, I love fried foods. I'm in the South. Give me something with some gravy, something I could sop up. You know, I like to wash most stuff down with a beer. I like mimosas early on Sunday mornings before football games. So I could definitely do a lot more to make myself healthier, but I do keep all my annual appointments. I do self breast exams. I mean, I am constantly like just aware of my own personal risk. And I know that that can be scary, but it is definitely something that we have to think about because we have families. Okay, so I added a little something to this eye. I had the brilliant idea to use my Hank and Henry pedal pusher as an eyeliner. And so I did. And then when it started drying, it just did not have the effect that I wanted. So I was thinking, what could I do? So I added some Makeup a Murder dollhouse glitter. And so that's what we're going to do to this other eye, just because I want to add a little something to this pink. So we're just going to do a nice little lining. And so you see how that looked? It kind of, you could kind of see it, but not really. So I went in on top with this other little angled brush. And so I just kind of dipped in. So like that, it got a little tacky. And then I went in to my glitter and picked it up and then started putting it where I lined it. And then I just did that over and over until I covered the whole liner. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And then I'm just going to keep on praying to Jesus that nothing falls in my eyes. But, you know, I just didn't like the liner by itself, the lip liner. Well, eyeliner, whatever you want to call it. So, we're just gonna leave that in place. Oh, I feel like I got a little, no fallout, not yet. And that is such a pretty glitter, y'all. And let's go ahead and do the rest of our face, I guess. What am I gonna highlight with? That's what I brought. I brought this. No, I don't want that. I want this. This is my new one. This is my new Makeup Revolution. And so we're just gonna highlight a little bit. And let's grab this one. And let's go into the pinker looking one. These are usually pretty powdery. It doesn't have, it's one of those subtle highlighters. And I knew it would be because Makeup Revolution, I think I had one of their nude looking ones. All right. So that is really nice. Nice little glow. I had told the ladies in the chat that I was going to be inspired by Miss Piggy because, you know, she was always so, she always had pink on. And I'm going to use this. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous highlight that Clara gave me. And it's just a beautiful glittery pink. So I'm going to go in on this and we're just going to go in right here. And I love that it spreads the glitter out. And it's got like a purple kind of shift to it. And so I thought that was really pretty. And I have just been loving this. And then I think for our lips, you know, I had a few options. You can see I already used the pedal pusher. So I don't think we're going to do that. I think that we're probably going to go in with Rich Lux's Love You So Much. So I've really been liking this kind of lip liner. And then just going in right on the middle to give it that real gradient ombre effect. It's just been a little different for me. And I've really been enjoying it. So that's what we're going to do here. And just smudge it out. And I lined my lips with this right here. This is Urban Decay Gwen Stefani Firebird. And I cannot wait, y'all, to see what the other ladies come up with. I think we're going to go in one more time with some glitter. I'm going to use my finger this time. Go right in on the lips. I want you to check out a playlist. Oh, I blew that everywhere. Of the other channels. I'm going to have them linked. And we need to go watch them together. because the talent is real, y'all. And they're also creative. I love glitter lips. Tell me this isn't Miss Piggy. I need some pearls. I really do want some pearls, like, on my bucket list. So, when you get home today and they ask you what you learned in school, what are we going to say? We're going to say self-exams. Perform self-exams. So, I got a piece of glitter in my mouth. So I'm going to encourage you and remind you and see if you would consider accepting the challenge to perform self-breast exams to the end of this year, just getting to know your breast. It is so very important. Early detection is the key. Thank you all so much for joining me. Just know that I am sending positivity to you, and I hope that you are doing what you love. I will talk to you later, and I'll put everything else that I used off camera in the description box below. Bye, y'all. Yeah.